there, this is Brian Needleman, and I wanted to wish everyone a wonderful evening, and I am especially excited this evening because I received something in the mail today that I ordered from Amazon. Yes, it is as the French would say, bidet, but there is no pronunciation of the T, or as the Americans would say, is bidet. That's how the Americans say it. You don't believe me, you can Google it and do your own fucking research. But anyhow, I'm going to probably be doing a series of these kinds of things. I don't know what I'm going to be calling it. Reflections from a bidet? I might call it, as my good friend Jesse Howard said, the Bidet Whisperer. I don't know. I haven't come up with the title yet. But let's do a little bit of show and tell first. And this is what I purchased. Can you see it? Yes, I got it in the mail. My, as the French would say, bidet has arrived. Now, what is a bidet? Well, I'm sure there's a proper definition for it, but it's a device that you hook up to your toilet, and what happens is that it shoots water up your ass, and it cleans out your asshole after you've taken a shit. Now, I had never used a bidet, as the French would say. I'm really working on how to pronounce it. It's not just because I stutter occasionally, but it's because I made a mistake the last time, is that I called a bidet a duvet. Now, that was a mistake. My friend Nestor pointed out to me that it's not a duvet, but it's a bidet. Now, I actually researched what actually a duvet is. And a duvet is actually a cover that you put a blanket into, or a comforter. Now, why the fuck would you spend a lot of money on a really good comforter? Because you like the material, it feels good, and you snuggle up in it, and I completely understand. But then you wrap it in a duvet, and then would you sleep on it, or is it just to give it protection? I don't see the value of actually buying a duvet. Doesn't make sense. Maybe that might answer one of the bigger questions, is why is Brian still single? Is because I don't want to spend 50 years of my life having a discussion with a wife about a duvet. But you know what? Happy wife, happy life. If I was married and she was insistent on buying a duvet, knock your fucking self out. I don't care. I'm not going to argue about it. But I myself won't buy one. And I know now that a duvet is actually not a bidet. So you can't wipe your ass with a duvet. So from this point forward, we're not going to talk about duvets anymore. We're strictly going to keep it about the bidet. Or bidet. That's the American way you say it. Or again, bidet. But again, not pronouncing the T afterwards. So, now, you might ask, why am I not doing this in my bathroom? Well, because it's still in the fucking box, and I haven't installed it yet. So be patient. I will do a live demonstration of the bidet. Did I pronounce that correctly? Bidet, as the Americans would say, or again, bidet. Now, I will do a proper live demonstration of one when I actually, I have to take off the toilet seat and install it. It doesn't look like it's a complicated process. I just haven't done it yet. But I am so excited. Very few things actually get me excited these days. But I am so looking forward to hooking this thing up and shooting some water up my ass and cleaning out my asshole. Now, maybe what we can talk about initially is, let's get rid of the preconceptions of it. All right, you like to have water go up your ass? Is that some deep meaning for something else? No, it's not a sexualized thing. I just love the feeling of the water being up my ass and knowing that it's cleaning out my asshole. It's sanitary-wise, it saves on toilet paper, all kinds of neat things. So let me tell you about the little one I just bought. This is called the Lux Bidet. And what do I like about this one? Well, let me read you some of the features. It has a rear wash, which is a polite way of saying your asshole. It has a feminine wash, which is a nice way of saying a woman's coochie or vagina, vajayjay. And when you angle it forward, it gives you a softer spray for the more sensitive areas. So if I get lucky enough to have a woman actually sleep over, then I can treat her to a bidet, or say if I was not that good, then she could use the bidet to finish herself off if she needs to. So it's got rear wash. What I like about it is that it's got hot and cold temperature. So I might one day prefer, if it's a cold day, maybe a little bit more warm water up my ass. If it's a hot day and I just wanted cooler water, I can adjust the temperature. And you can also adjust the amount of pressure. I don't know, maybe some days I'm like, blast that shit in there. And other days I'm like, just a little tender, blah, blah, blah. So there's all kinds of different things. Now, I could have paid a little more and gotten the one that also blow dries my asshole. But I decided, I don't know if that was a little bit superfluous. I don't need that one right away. Maybe down the road I might. There are other ones, if you spend a whole lot of money, you can get a whole toilet that's a bidet itself. Or how do we say it in English? Bidet. Bidet is the French. So, anyhow, here's the one that I bought. It's the Lux, I still can't pronounce it properly, Bidet. No T involved. And this is the one I bought, and I got it on Amazon, and I'm getting ready to install it in a little while. And next time I'm going to give you actually a report from the toilet, my toilet itself. And I'll still think about a good way to title it. Let's see, I might title it Reflections from a Bidet. I might call it the Bidet Whisperer, as my friend Jesse Howard suggested. That's a good one. I'm not ruling anything out. Well, anyway, I hope you find something to be excited about, because I sure have. So, a good evening to all. Adieu. Bonsoir. And remember, when you're pronouncing bidet, do not use the T, or the French will have a shit fit over it. All right. Bonsoir.